seemed though you had no answer for you, especially getting to the basket. Did you just feel like you could get there and make shots tonight?
Yes, I did. You know, my teammates just gave me the confidence the start of the game, just telling me, you know, this your type of game. So just coach just put the type of plays, and I just got inside.
What made it your type of game?
I just like big games like this. You know, number two team in the country. You know, this is what I play for. So.
What do you see on the final shot there?
You entered averaging like 10.5 points a game. Did the game just open up to you in a way it hadn't previous games? I mean, that's a dramatic leap.
Yes, it has. It's opened up very tremendously. Just for me just getting to the hole, because they would just let me go. So, I mean, it just opened up a lot.
Did Coach Board or did the coaches, I mean, at a certain point, did they tell you, go for your shot since you had such an advantage?
I guess it was just the plays that he was drawing up and stuff. They would just let me get to the hole. So he just kept telling us to play. So.
How much do you get to enjoy this great performance by you because you guys lost the game?
I'm just mad that we lost the game, so I really can't enjoy it. But I wish we would have won. But we're gonna come out hard in this game.
Talk about how you guys battled. What was it like watching what Juwan did?
Can you say that again?
From your perspective, what was it like watching what Juwan did?
Man, it was fun. It was almost like watching like a TV show. Like he was just going to the basket, time after time, just making it look so fun and easy. So it was great to watch him.
Talk about you guys battling back and staying with him and, almost pulling it out at the end.
Well, we just locked down on defense. Our defense is the main key for us. Coach speak about it all the time in practice before games. So that's what we did and just fell short.
Jeff, take us through the final shot, what you guys maybe talked about going out there, and what was your look like?
I thought I had a good look. I should have made it. It took a little bounce off the glass, and I thought it was going to go in after that little bounce, but, it just rolled off. Can't really control it after that. So.
Play designed to go to you? Or?
Yeah, it was.
They had Cousins on you, but then switched off after he picked up his third foul, and Hield was on you. It seemed like it really didn't matter who they had on you, but did you find you were able to do different things, or did different things open up depending on who was out there?
It was kind of the same. I know that they don't want to foul, so I just took advantage of that, just getting to the hole.
Early in the game, Juwan, the first couple times you kind of drove, Latin seemed to kind of deflect your shots or get in the way a little bit. Did you make a conscious adjustment to your shot or to the way you drove?
Yes, I did. I tried to just change my shot a little bit, take a different angle than I did the first time. So.
Is the game slowing down for you? How do you feel like you've grown over your 16, 17 games you've been at OSU?
Yes, it's slowing down. I'm getting into the environment of the game, so it's getting better for me.
What kind of factor was the crowd tonight?
Oh, the crowd was great. Our fans are great. I love my fans, so thank you for coming out.
Jeff, did you feel like you guys were able to sort of feed off the crowd when you guys started coming back there?
Oh, yeah. They played a huge factor for us. So it was fun to hear, It's just fun. Like, it just, put chills through my whole body throughout the whole game, and, it made me play that much harder.
There have been a lot of games this year, Juwan, where you've tried to set other guys up and kind of waited. And when you've seen opportunities to score or in need, you've taken it. Mm-hmm. Is tonight maybe the indication maybe you need to look to score more?
No, I just took what they gave me, My teammates, they told me to go if I got it open and just go. And that's what I did, but I'm also looking for my team at the same time, too.
Juwan, how much does a game against a guy like Hield fire you up? He's a guy that's reigning Big 12 Player of the Year, and just everything that he's done this year. Does that pump you up tonight?
Yes, it did, but all the games in the Big 12 fire me up. I'll be ready to play all the games, but this one, playing against a great player like that, you just got to come out and play harder.
Kind of a performance to build upon for future Big 12 games here, knowing that now you seem to have found a little bit of a rhythm there?
Yes, I did. I found a rhythm, teammates just helping me. So.
You guys were able to get some good support, especially down low from Chris Olivier in the first half. Talk a little bit about his performance there.
He had a great performance. He gave us inside post presence. So he was just helping us fight back in the game. So getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. So he was helping a lot.
Jeff, how hard is it to defend this team with, Heald and Woodard and those guys? You give them this much space and they seem to be able to hit a three over you.
Yeah, it's tough. Like you said, it's like they can still hit that shot. We can be all up on them, but I mean, they're great ball players. I'll give them credit. They can score the ball really well in different ways.
Can you guys build off of this, you think, going forward? Just how well you perform?
I think so. I think if we play like we did tonight, we'll be fine. We should win some more games. So I think we can.
Jeffrey, I think Jeff had the primary duty on Heald, but I mean, he really seemed to get in to Heald and really create some contact, got the ball away from him, some turnover, steals. Did you guys talk about that? Was that a real conscious effort to try to knock him off his game a little bit?
Oh yeah, Jeff Newberry is a great defender, and he actually told me he spent the past 2 weeks just watching film of Buddy Hield, just trying to study his every move. So he told me that, and then he just plays hard, regardless of who is or who he's guarding, he's gonna give it up on defense every night.
You look like a guy who was maybe capable of being this guy, but maybe a little hesitant earlier in the season. What tripped the trigger and made you decide to take over tonight?
It was just that kind of game, just that kind of game. I started off hitting shots, because usually I start off kind of slow, but this game I started off hitting shots, getting to the basket, so it just triggered on to second half.
Jeff, you going to encourage him to do more of this?
Oh yeah, because I've seen it. I'm seeing it live, so I know he can do it. So I'm gonna be on him. I'm proud of him.
Congrats to them on a hard-fought win. I mean, it was a good game. They played well the first half. We made some tough threes. Anytime you have a team that makes 9 threes on you in the first half and still have a chance, we felt pretty good being down 12 at halftime. I thought the big turn in the game was the last 2 or 3 minutes of the first half where we fought back a little bit. That was key. Gave our guys a little bit of confidence going in at halftime, or it could have been really ugly with all their threes that they were making. And a lot of them were tough ones. They weren't easy ones. Proud of our team's mental approach. Is we told them, don't look at the score. Don't ever look at the score. That doesn't matter as far as how hard we need to play, because as we told them, you can go on big runs, and you can't let that get you down. We've seen it so many times on film where they go, game's close, and all of a sudden they go on one big run, and the other team's just deflated. You can't do that. You got to keep playing. And I really appreciate our team really having that approach. We made a few adjustments at halftime defensively, and I was proud of our team adjusting like we had to. We made some pretty significant adjustments that we had to make, and changed some things defensively that helped us. And proud of their mental approach in that aspect. And then obviously had a really good performance from Jawan and everybody really in the second half. I thought everybody really played well.
How special is what Jawan did tonight?
It was a good game. It was good. I mean, you just look at the numbers from led us in rebounding, scoring, assists, and everything. Very impressive performance. Obviously, he had to play a lot of minutes, especially with Tyree being out and Forte being out. That's a lot. That's a lot to hold for a freshman going against a bunch of seniors and juniors who've been through this. But he's a special player. He's got a great feel for the game, just a great feel for an understanding of the game. When to drive, when to pull up, when to shoot the floater, when to shoot a three, when to pass. And I think you saw it all. A lot of times he ran in there for a layup. Sometimes he shot the floater. He made some threes. He kicked it for shots. Yeah, one of the special performances, I think, probably of any OSU player in a Bedlam game, especially from a freshman. From a freshman who's doing a lot for our team right now.
Obviously, you know what kind of player he is, but were you surprised that he came out and played like he did tonight at that level?
Well, I don't know. I didn't expect him to probably get 42. I knew he needed to get a lot. I knew he needed to play well. We talked about that, and I told we've even told he needs to stay out of foul trouble. We need him in the game. I really was going to play him 40 minutes. I wasn't going to take him out, but I saw a very brief stint in the first half where I could get him out for, I think I took him out for about 35, 40 seconds. But no, I mean, I didn't envision him getting 42 and 7 and 6 assists. That's and you see it, but you don't realize how hard that is, how hard it is to get those numbers against a team like that. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. And then you got to turn around and guard, Woodard, who's playing like an all-conference player, obviously, and you got to turn around and guard him. So, yeah, very special performance. I mean, a great one. But I thought some other guys really stepped up in the second half as well. Some guys, Jeffrey Carroll sure didn't do much in the first half, but we talked about at halftime. He turned around, and he didn't, rather than pouting about it, he did something about it and put himself in position, moving without the ball, which we told him that, he needs to start moving without the ball a little bit, and he found some open gaps underneath the basket. Because we felt they started kind of just watching Juwan. Everybody was kind of just watching, their defense. If we moved a little bit, he'll find you. And then, Olivier played well, and we had some Newberry, I thought, did some good things. So a lot of good things, but we didn't make, for some reason we didn't make our free throws, and we're one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league. For some reason we didn't make those, and had a few careless turnovers in the second half. And started the second half great defensively, but I think the first 4 or 6 points came off second shots. And, we can't allow that if we're going to win at the level we want to. So a lot of positives, but some areas we need to get better at. Some areas that in order to get the win that we got to finish.
You talk about changing defense at half, and Heald only shoots 7 times in the second half, only makes 2, 6 turnovers. Was that a big part of the adjustment for you guys?
Yeah, we. I thought we did some things that I think slowed them down a little bit. Yeah, we had to do something to slow them. I mean, they were just shooting at a phenomenal rate. I don't know if I told Steph, I can't remember somebody. It just felt like every shot, you almost didn't expect them to miss after a while. It was, but that's what we're seeing. I mean, you watch film, and Buddy Hield never misses. Woodard hadn't missed. You just don't. It's against everybody. But 9.5 is a little extreme. I told her guys that's one thing. They make 5 or 6. That's set. But 9, we're going to do something about this. And I going back, I'll watch the film. We'll see how much it. I think we forced them to take a few tough shots. But that's the only way for our team to survive. I mean, 72 points is a lot of points for us. It's a lot of points for our basketball team.
The 6 turnovers for Heald in the second half, that's, if he has an Achilles, it's the turnovers, and you guys exploited that, especially that last minute. I think he had 3 in the last 60-something seconds. Did you tell guys get into him, or was there?
No, not really. We needed to be a little more aggressive. We talked about that. When a team's making 9 threes, you got to get them out of their comfort zone a little bit. You have to get them out of their comfort zone. And we wanted to be a little more aggressive, but it wasn't anything where, hey, let's go turn over Buddy Hield, or anything. That was never brought up. But hopefully us being a little more aggressive sped them up a little bit, but they play so fast anyway, not just full court and half court, man. They move. They move the ball, and they move themselves, and a tough team to guard, a very difficult team to guard, no doubt. And so I'm proud of the effort in the second half. I'm proud of the effort. We did some good things, just not enough.
Did you think the last shot was going in?
I did. I was right behind it. I thought it was going in. I knew it was going to bank. I could tell it was going to bank, but I thought I had a chance. I really did. I thought I had a chance.
Is there any inclination, Travis, to tell Juwan to go get his? Maybe not 42, but go get.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, he's a ball player. I've been around this game enough. There's some guys you'd have to. You don't have to tell him. He knows when to score, when to pass. You don't have. He's a basketball player. He has an unbelievable feel for the game. He knows when. I do not have to tell him to go get his. I do not have to tell him. I give him reads like we did in shoot around and film. I give him reads when he gets to where everybody's at and what he needs to look for. We go over where we're going to put him in certain situations, and he'll figure out it's just. Some guys you do. I've had to tell some guys to go get 20 shots. Or what? I don't need to tell him that. He'll, there's going to be some games where he may get 10 to 12, 14 assists or something because, everybody's trying to stop him, and he'll do that. He'll do that. But no, you don't have to. He's a ball player. He's got ridiculous feel for the game. He knows when to, and it's very few players do, very few. He knows when to pass. He knows when to shoot. He knows when to pull up. He knows when to get to the rim. And there's very few. I've coached a lot that they shoot when they should have passed, and they pass when they should have shot. And you got to teach them. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about that with him. I knew that from day one. He has a great feel for the game. Great feel.
Talk about what Chris Olivier.
We I expect it, but I don't know. Yeah, I do. I do expect. He's so important part of our team. And we've been a little hurt without him. So they don't play a lot of guys, and we sure didn't play a lot tonight. But yeah, we hope to have him back. We hope to have him back Saturday, but who knows? I thought he'd be back tonight. So that shows you how much I know.
Talk about what Chris Olivier did for you guys off the bench.
We obviously he's a one post presence for us. He's a guy that we believe that if we get him the ball, we need to get some post points from him. And he delivered. He had a little bit different gear tonight, and he defended. That's what I'm so proud of. He really did a good job defensively. But no, he came through for us when, especially early in the game, where all we were taking is jump shots. That's all we were taking, and we were just begging our guys to drive it or throw it inside. And until he got in the game, we weren't getting many post touches until he got in the game.
Coach, you've seen a lot of Buddy Hield, but how far along has he come as a player, and how much tougher has he become to defend?
Every player should study him if you want to be a basketball player. Now, a lot of people talk about it. All kinds of people talking about being great players, and they want to do this, and I'm going to play in the, He is a player that everybody should study because he doesn't talk about it. He goes out and he works on his game. He does it from beginning. He's gotten better every single year. He's expanded his game every single year. And from what I understand, I don't know him personally, from what I understand, he lives in the gym, and he takes his game very serious. He's not a guy that talks a lot about it. He's more of a doer. I love his competitiveness. He's not out there talking to anybody or doing it. He's out there competing. And, for somebody who loves the game like I do and's been around the game my whole life, I appreciate a young man like that. I got a lot of respect for him and everything I've read on Woodard and what he's did all summer and everything. Hey, man, I love that. That's, I got a lot of respect for that. A lot of respect for that for guys who don't talk about it but actually back it up by working on their game. And it's impressive.